Afternoon, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you would please type the number 1 in the chat box, let me know that you can. I would greatly appreciate it. Always helpful to see the comment there. Thank you, Amy. Afternoon, John. Hey, Brenda, how are you? Hope everybody's having a good day. It's been an interesting one, that's for sure. Hey, Kevin. Morning. Afternoon, Kevin. Kevin. Let's see. Morning, Helen. Brenda, I'm doing great. Fatigue is gone, which is the important thing for me. That's what I was really contending with, was fatigue. For those that don't know, I had COVID. So thank goodness that is all more better at this point. So no more quarantining, no more wearing masks around the house and all that great stuff. Let me go ahead and get my video going. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so life is good. Life is good. And it's been a great trading day so far today. So that's even better. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in, keeping in mind that everything we look at is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendation. All the candidates we look at are non-funded. They're all for education. All right, as we go through here today, folks, we got a lot of things coming up. This Wednesday, I've been working today a little bit early this morning on Monster Market Movers, which is the 27th, which is Wednesday. Thursday, the 28th is Trading You. E-minis Think Tank bonus on May 12th. It's if you're in the E-mini Think Tank, it's a Q&A bonus on May 12th. It's between 1 and 2 hours long, whatever it takes Brandon to get through it. But you will automatically be registered. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to think about it. You don't pass go. There's nothing. You'll get emails that say, hey, class is coming up on the 12th at 8, and you'll have the link. You're registered and good to go. Mastermind is Tuesday night, which is mañana, tomorrow night. This week, we've got Power Hour and Trading Coaches Playbook. They're the bookends of the week, right? Start and the finish. In between, you've got Market Mornings. Every day, Monday through Friday, Market Mornings. You'll find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch are the 3 primaries coming up. We've got 3 events coming up for Key to Be Free. And if you truly want, and I mean if you truly want to be free, folks, from the market, we're past the New Year's resolution stuff. We're past all that time now. You want to get there, and it ain't happened yet. Here we are in April, towards the end of April now, literally last week of April, right? It ain't happened. You're not seeing the successes that you want. Come and check out the free training I do on Key to Be Free. The very first one, yes, you're going to start counting days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a second, Rob. That's a Saturday. It is. It's at noon on a Saturday, May 7th. Right. And then the 9th and the 11th, you could figure those out. If you know the first one is a Saturday, there are also weekdays. You got 12 and 8 p.m. and then at 12 p.m. Right. So we got a couple of events coming up for it, guys. Do not miss out on it. I have not done the training in a while. It's the last one I'm probably going to do for this year on Key to Be Free. So unless something comes up and I change it. But for right now, I'm going to show you how, in a very short fashion, you've got the potential to become free. And Amy just dropped a link in there, so you guys can go ahead and click on that. Power option plays, covered call explorer, E-mini, trade watch alerts, all on their regular schedule for the week. All right. And as we look, here is our follow us page. Make sure that you follow along with the various things that we do. And there are going to be other platforms you'll see us coming into as well. But YouTube is our primary platform. We do on average about 7 or 8 videos a week on YouTube. Right. So there's a lot of content going out there. And then you'll see things on Facebook and Instagram and so forth. Right. We do 5 videos a week on Facebook, maybe all 7, maybe 7 too. Right. But make sure you're following along with us. The market mornings, by the way, Sean told me this morning while we were in there that this is our 6-month anniversary this week. 6 months ago is when we started market mornings. So I did not realize we've been doing it that long already. Right. And then, of course, you've got E-minis to the max. Make sure you're there, guys. Something happened last week. Brandon had computer issues, so we had to reschedule one training. It's coming up this week. So take advantage of it. Once again, it'll be a couple of months at least before you get to see that again. Oh, don't want to do that yet. Share your trades with me. What trades do you have from today? Drop them in, guys. I want to see what you did. Drop them in, drop them in, drop them in. All right. So John wrote in naked put Twitter sold 50 puts at 245, bought them back at $1.45. John, was that from Market Mornings today? Let's see. Within an hour, other trades: Wheel of Fortune, Riven, AMC, UVXY, and Shopify naked puts on CCL and Hood. Cash flow. You ready? We're going to say it's non-funded. Okay, guys, it doesn't matter whether he's doing it funded, non-funded. It makes no difference, right? Cash flow. This is today, $4,000. 4K is how he wrote it in. $4,000. Guys, you need missed this morning. Okay, John. Let's see. John C said chopped up on the SPY. Jeff said none. Computer issues. It seems to be a thing going around. You're not the first person I've talked to within the last week, Jeff, that's had some computer stuff going on. And I don't mean Brandon. I'm just talking about students. Paula said SPY 11%. Nice job, Paula. Pick it up from this morning. Kevin said sitting on my hands. Yeah, Trader Will said good job. Absolutely. Hey, Rick. Oh my goodness gracious. My heart be still. You made it, Rick. Woo! Yeah, that wasn't what I thought you were going to say. Well, I thought you were going to say Rick who? Rick Will did say hi, Rick, but I thought you were going to bust his chops and said Rick who? Yeah, he just typed in right. Rick said I needed it. Brendan said just got stopped out for the Qs for a cost of $186. Okay, not a bad hit, right? By not paying attention. All right. Well, sorry if we did that to you while you're here today, but goodness gracious. Guys, Twitter was one of the stocks on my list from this morning. Listen, you know, we're here in Power Hour, and I'm talking about another online class that you can come to as well, right? If you have the opportunity at 8:30 a.m. Eastern to come into the free YouTube training we do Monday through Friday, every market training day, right? Even to the point where I got sick when I realized that it looked like COVID that I had, and I was just under the weather. I called Tony and I got Tony to jump in and teach. I'll ask Brandon one day if I need someone to teach, or Ryan to jump in as well. But this was kind of last minute, you know, the 11th hour. Brandon was already teaching that day, right? Tony was more than happy and certainly capable to jump in. He did a great job with it. But guys, every morning we go through and I find today was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 stocks that all have strong news behind them, and we analyze the candidates right live. I don't analyze them before we get on. I wait until we get on, and 2 of them I put a weight next to, right? One of them, I said, you could do this trade. It was Coca-Cola, but I'm not excited about trying to trade against the market right now. And the reason for it is this. If you look, Coca-Cola, right? Actually, let's go here. KO, Coca-Cola. Okay, so Coke's got great move on it, right? Really nice move. Their earnings were good. They were moving to the upside. Oh, I didn't start the intraday data here. It starts moving to the upside. And then what happens on Coca-Cola? They gap up, kerplunk. Nice gap fill, right? Nice gap fill, okay? But they failed. And I said, you could take a credit spread on this one, but we're fighting the overall market, so probably not the best thing for me to do. Spam call. I love that when these guys do that, right? Let's shut that off. Probably not the best thing to do. I said, you could take it, but it won't be my favorite trade. And it winds up gapping and failing immediately after it gapped up. Immediately. You did. I was trying to go to the link and it says, oh, sorry about that, Brenda. So, guys, if you have the opportunity to come into the morning show for this, I mean, here's the candidates we announced today. COP, right? Conoco, CTRA, Deere. Deere's down $27. It was down, I want to say 11 or so when we were talking about it in the pre-market. So, oops, wrong way. Let's see. Let me just move that back over where it belongs. And let's see. So we're looking at 8:30 to 9 o'clock this morning. So we were down about 389. Okay, right now it's at 376. So it's $13 down further than it was this morning when we first got started. right? That's the kind of stuff we see happening from what we do in the market mornings, right? And if you took that trade, you crushed it on the credit spread. You crushed it, right? Perfect. All right. So, but it has been a good day, including Twitter. Twitter is one that I do like to the upside because of what's going on with the buyout. If you guys have not heard it, Elon Musk has secured $45 billion in cash to buy cash offer for Twitter. The board is considering right now. They said they could accept the offer as early as today. We'll see, right? But he's looking to buy it at $54 a share. Right now, it's trading at 51. We'll call it at $51. So looks like that might be an error on there. Let's see. Data correction. All right, so it might have just been a bad tick, and it had a little C in the upper right-hand corner of Twitter, the symbol, which was data correction. All right. Okay, so with that, let me bring you back. So good trades you guys had in there. Excellent. Let's go see. You all know, well, most of you know, Amelia is our head trader here. She runs TradeWatch Alerts, does an amazing job with it. You'll see, guys, every day if you go to our Twitter account, and if you're on our text alerts, Amy, do you have the link where someone can register to receive text message alerts from us? If you guys are interested in that, you'll get alerts of your upcoming classes. Here's some economic reports coming out, things like that we send out. If you're interested, just fill out this form and it's automatic. You just get on that list. But Amelia sends out a message on text that says, hey, the trade du jour, she calls it, the trade of the day is posted. And she puts it on Twitter every day. And you will see her trade du jour every day posted up there, right? Just one she puts up. Here, the first one she's got listed for today was on the SPY, 13 contracts. And let me go find, I got to grab my drawing tools here. So let me do this pretend recording. All right, so let me go grab a drawing tool. Perfect. Right, so we got 13 contracts is what Amelia did. She got in at 9:57 and got out at 10 o'clock, basically. Buy to open, sell to close, right? The same 13 contracts on both. The 424 puts, she bought them at $3.72. She sold them at $4.30. So what are we talking about there? 72, 80, 28 and 30, 58 cents. Can we just call it 60 cents to make it easy? I'm not here to do math. You can back a little bit off at the end. 60 cents on 10 contracts is $600. On 3 more is $180. Call it 150, right? So $750 on SPY today in 3 minutes, almost to the second, 3 minutes, right? 15% rate of return in 3 minutes. Now I realize most of you, you're getting better than that in the bank and you know, as far as rates of return, right? If you're a loan shark, you're probably getting better than that. But other than that, you may not be getting better than that, right? So great trade for Amelia on the first one for the day. You guys like that one? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Right here, we've got some debit spread or a debit spread that she did. Right, and that debit spread went out. It's on one of the candidates that she sent out this morning, which was Costco. She got in at 9:41 and got out at 9:59. So we're talking about for 18 minutes in that trade. Okay, here's her 18 minutes. She got into the trade with a debit of $1.90. That's what they took out of pocket to do this trade on Costco, $1.90. Right, so she needed that much cash. She did it on 3 contracts, so under $600 to enter into the trade. When it was all said and done, she closed the position out at $3.20. Well, if she closed it out at $3.20 and she took in $1 and they gave her $1.90, or she spent rather $1.90, so $1.90, $1.30 is what she winds up with here. So on $1.30, $390 is the profit on this trade. And that came off of $1.90 that she had to have cash available, right? Which is a 68% rate of return in 18 minutes. Guys, I'm not saying you're going to get these kind of returns. Actually, most people lose money trading options, right? And again, there is that uneducated version that never knows anything what they're doing. They just go and try, right? That's where all of the money gets lost for sure, right? Except with the exception of pure dumb luck. But when you look at the setup, guys, Amelia took the trade off of a resistance level and came back down to that next level and was out of that trade. She was just a wonderful setup of what she took in there, right? Just outstanding. All kinds of kudos for you there, Amelia, Brenda, and John. And yeah, she does a great job. She really does. She does. So 2 nice trades. You know, had you done those trades, I'm not saying you would have done them exactly the same, but following that rule, guys, the way that Amelia did, and she enters all of these into Thinkorswim. They're all entered right into the Thinkorswim platform, right? Hits enter on every one. That's the printout. If you're a Thinkorswim user, you'll recognize the setup at the bottom of the page, right? So good job here. And those of you that put your trades in, great job. Remember, keep sharing that stuff, guys. That's really what this is all about, right? Is keep sharing. Let me go back and see what we got here. Roman did Nvidia. Trader Will said SPY was made $645 on SPY. Let's see who else. All right, that was it. So good job, everybody. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about sell in May and go away. Some of you may have heard this phraseology before. The expression, the thought process, the calculations when you look at best and worst months of the year. And one of the things that, and I don't talk a lot about this, but one of the things that we do in some of the one-on-one trainings, which obviously with COVID, we've done on live. We'll get back to them shortly, I'm sure, but we do one-on-one with me in the New York office. We do a full day. We tailor the training, but one of the things we go over is how positions work out certain months of the year and so forth. And, you know, better months to trade and things like that. Better months, better days. There's a whole section on that's, you know, for that training. Well, the expression sell in May and go away is sell your portfolio out, go to cash, just go do your thing and come back sometime after Labor Day. And it's all good to go, right? And theoretically, they're right. You know, theoretically, the markets tend to go flat, they chop, right? You get some up, you get some down. I don't think that's going to be the scenario this year. I think the scenario this year is going to be, you know, a continued push, whether it's up or down. It just depends how fast we push down, right? We're already at a bear market in the NASDAQ. We've already hit 20% move to the downside, right? From the all-time highs, the 52-week highs, which is the all-time highs as well. So sell in May and go away says, get out of your trades in May, stay out of trading for the summer and come back again, right? Into some of the better months of the year, the Octobers and so forth, right? Well, that is as an investor. As a trader, I want you to throw that phrase out the window. Because right now, if we look, let's see. So right now on VIX, we're sitting at 31-ish on the VIX right now, right? Well, that's a VIX, for those that are unaware, is a volatility index. I call it the fear factor, right? This is the fear that's set out there in the marketplace. Well, the concern, the fear out there, right, is the value of the options changes based on that. When you have a high VIX, you get high put premium. VIX is an inverse relationship to the market. When the VIX is high, the market's going down, right? When the VIX is low, the market's going up, right? As a general rule. Doesn't mean there aren't days that it flip-flops around in there. It does. Just overreaction, too much overdone, and so forth. But when the VIX spikes like it is now, put options are spiking higher than they should be with all this push behind. The last spike we had just a few weeks ago took us up to that 38 level. And a few weeks before that, we were there again. Now, we've been up much higher. We've been up near 85, right? If we do it here weekly, there it is, 89.53, right? Here we got up to that 85 level, right? But there's the all-time highs. But for the most part, we don't make it that high. We don't make that kind of move on the market. So that high volatility, that high fear causes an increased value in put options, which automatically makes the value of call options increase as well. Not as much, but they go up overvalued as well. Well, when you have markets that are overvalued, what do you do? What do you do? If the market's overvalued versus undervalued, let me ask the question. Here, let me ask this. If the market is undervalued, meaning a stock, an option as an example, is worth, the price you would pay is $5, and it says it's worth $7. That's the value of it, the fair value, the theoretical value. The Black-Scholes model says it's worth $7 and it's worth $5. What type of trades do you do? Put them in the comment section. What type of trade would you do if that was the scenario? Are you buying calls? Are you buying puts? Are you spread? What kind of trade? So if you have an option that's undervalued, right? I'm getting a lot of different answers, but if your options are undervalued, then you are going to buy those positions, right? It's a buying opportunity, right? It should be worth 6. I'm paying 4. I'm getting a discount. Okay. What if the options are overvalued? So here's the way to remember it. Do you want to pay more than something's worth if you go to the store? No, absolutely not. Right? Well, are you okay if you pay less than it's worth when you go to the store? It's called a sale, right? Or a discount, or whatever you want to call it. So yes, I'm good with that, right? I want to sell high premium and buy the lower premium. That's me, right? That scenario works well for me as a trader, for me as a coach to go through that. Why do I want to spend more money than an option's worth? Here's why. VIX is spiking. The put option is increasing in value. The put option should be worth $10. I've got to pay $13 for it. VIX stops spiking, starts to drop because the market starts going up. Guess what? That option that was $13 was the value of it, or the price of it. The fair value was 10. All of a sudden, that option is now worth 8. And the stock hasn't moved a whole lot. Why? The value of the VIX has dropped. The fear has gone down. The market started going back up. And now I'm on the wrong side of that trade. And it really hasn't moved the equivalent of $5 or $6 of premium price in the option at all. So, excuse me. I would rather sell something that's overvalued and buy something that's undervalued. Same scenario, the market flips. You're going to see that option flip in value and increase. Now, that doesn't mean with an undervalued option, you can't make money. Sure you can. It's got a 70 delta. You're going to make the 70 cents minus the bid ask and all that good stuff, right? But it's still going to move 70 cents-ish for every dollar the option, the stock moves. So we want to buy undervalued, sell overvalued. So taking that back to the sell in May and go away, right? As an investor, that's where it comes from. As a trader, you could trade all the time. We've had years that August was our best month ever in power option plays in our practice trades. Best month ever. Highest numbers we ever had came out of an August when we're supposed to be away, right? It was the best month we ever had. It was actually our saving month for that year. We did well, but that was our saving month for that year. We did like 2.5 times what we would expect to do. We did in that month, right? So I was very excited for that. Buy undervalued, sell overvalued. That's it, Trip. You got it. Absolutely. Trip nailed it on the head, right? Point being is you don't have to go away for the summertime. Now, do I go away sometime in the summertime? Yeah, I definitely take more days off, right? And anytime I can get time off, like if my wife is home and I can get time off, I'm doing it. I am going to grab as much of that as possible. Excuse me. We have a family issue this week that we're contending with. My in-laws' home was part of a fire, and their house didn't burn, but the smoke and water damage is pretty bad. Mold in the house now, smell of smoke in the house. My father-in-law is bedridden. You know, he can't move, right? He doesn't get out of bed. He needs an aide to help him. We've got someone that we've got hired for that. And they told us, the mitigation company told us, we can't do the work while he's here. He has to leave, right? So we're chasing after trying to figure all that out. My wife is going to be off sometime this week. And although she doesn't need my help, I will be there with her to help her for that, right? That's the great thing about doing what you do, right? If you learn how to do this, guys, you can do anything you want, right? When you want, you'll have that kind of time. So, okay, got it. Good. All right, so that's it. Don't not trade during the summertime. Take your time off, do your thing. When we used to have monthly options only, Friday was a day off if it wasn't expiration Friday. Before weeklies came in, Friday was a day off. It was a 4-day trading week. Didn't trade on Friday at all, right? Unless it was expiration Friday. Now every Friday and every Monday and every Wednesday for some positions, right? Are expiration days. Damn weeklies, you got it, Rick. It killed everything. It's actually the best thing that's ever happened, right? The thing that's going to kill everything is options trading 24 hours a day or extended hours options trading. That I am not looking forward to at all. So not me. All right, let me go ahead and take us out of here. Fantastic. So I want to look at the S&P 500 to start off. Right? Can anybody tell me what this black line down here is? Anybody have an idea what that black line represents? Very dark line. Right? It's this dark black line that's down there. Below this 4,200 level, we've got a black line that's in there. Right? And for some, you're going to have to really reach back. Okay, Paula said bear market. So Paula, the correction came in when we violated here on the S&P 500, right? Which was about 43.37 or so, 43.38, okay? That was a 10%, that was correction, right? The 20% bear market takes us down here to 38.55, right? So we got some way to go on the 20% into the bear market in there. So a lot of you have gotten it. Yep, exactly. So it is the 4181 PK is the level, okay? And it is a natural Fibonacci level. Let me see if I can find, oh, you know what? I have it here. Give me a second. Let me open. This up. No, I don't have it here. I thought I had it in pop. I don't. It's different. Oh, wait, is it maybe in the spreadsheet? So I have a list of those natural fib numbers. Instead of y'all having to go crazy to figure them out, let me see if I got it here. 4181 is the one that has been most important to us. No, I don't have it there. So here, let's do this. Okay. Rick, I don't want to hear that there's a different way to do it. I know. Okay, you don't have to remind me or anybody else. It's just the way I remember how to do it, right? On Excel. Let's see. So what I basically did is Fibonacci number series. That's what this is. Okay. The 4181 falls on the Fibonacci number series. Okay. I got him, Rick. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, Trips. Okay. I won't help. 4181 is part of the natural Fibonacci number series. Okay. And we use that level as a key level, and it is proven extremely valuable for us in the past, right? If we, let's see how far I got to go back. All right, so here's our first attempt at it right here when it was the all-time highs, right? So we pushed up into that level right there, and I know it's kind of difficult to see. There's a lot going on in this page with all the fibs, but a lot of too much. All right, so a lot of testing of that 4181 level there. We came back here and we got a retest. It broke, retested, and that was the catalyst that brought it to a new all-time high. And then we did not see that. Now that was back in June of 21. Okay, we did not see it get back there again until this year, February of this year. And then we've been back twice with a set of door knockers. And it looks like we may be approaching it yet again now, okay? And between the war, the Fed, and all that stuff, there's a lot of fear on what's going to happen with rate hikes, inflation, deflation, recession, all of this type of stuff. That 4181 level is critical, all right? So I'm telling you all of this, that you want to snap on the S&P 500. You want this level snapped on the S&P. SPX, right? You want this on SPX. You can't use it on SPY. You can't just divide by 10. You can't do that. You got to use the actual fib numbers, okay? Is what works. So this level is extremely important. It's a resistance. It's a support level. Right now, it's not a true blue zone. Many of you have seen me draw these before, where we come in here and grab a rectangle tool and we draw a blue zone between two levels. Well, this is actually a blue zone. The way it works out in here. Now it's too tight, it's too far away, right? But we're talking about 4181. So we're looking at about 42, 43 points in here between the 4181 and the 4222, right? But in essence, this whole area, just like we saw here, right? Look what happened. We came down, we broke through and stopped at the 100-point level. The next day we went down to the 4181. We gapped up. We retested the 4222. We gapped up. We came off of the 4200 level again. We went back to the 4181. We broke through. All three of these lines had importance on one or more of those days in that 7 or 8 day period, right? All three of those. So that blue zone, and I'm not going to leave it there, but that blue zone is extremely important to us, okay? So we want to make sure you've got your 100-point levels. You want to make sure that your fibs are drawn properly. There's no redraw on the fib yet. There's nothing to redraw off of. In other words, there's no reason to redraw off of the fibs. Right. Trader Will said it's the same pattern as 1999 and the 2008 drops. And on top of that, Will, on top of that, it's the same response from the Fed. We're late to the game again. Yeah, no kidding. Because you need what, 9 months to determine it's a recession or something, or a depression, or whatever you're driving us into. It's so long of a period of time. By the time they realize and now start to react, it's, ooh, we need to do something. Half point, half point, half point, half point. Right? We're late to the game. And to make it worse, right or wrong, I don't have the answer. But not a politician, an analyst today came out and said that they're expecting, because of the midterm elections, we probably won't even see one half-point rate hike. Now, not doing the rate hikes, doing too many rate hikes, they're just as bad, right? There's got to be a balance in there of what the right way to go about this is. I've never put a lot of, I like Powell, but I've never put a lot of faith in the Fed, period, right? Especially, what was her name? The ding dong. She's in Biden's crew now. Yellen. Oh, right? Just certainly not, in my opinion, wasn't the best when it came to Fed chair people, right? Chairperson. Let's see. Brenda said, so does the 4180 level mean that there's a possibility of a bounce to a new high? Well, I wouldn't use the word new high in there, Brenda, right? There's a possibility of a bounce. Yes, it's possible. It's a support level is what we're doing. That's the way you need to address that, Brenda. It's a support level. Okay. That's the key in there. It's all about support. Every bit of it, support. All right. Good. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of use for her, Jeff. I didn't find her to be good. The very first meeting she did in Congress, she opened her mouth, just puked all over the place, and the market came crashing down on her first announcement. She got better. They got her English language lessons or speech lessons or whatever, but as I go, speech lessons, right? She got better, but no matter what, it wasn't a good thing. And again, the Fed doesn't report to the Fed. What a lie when it comes to just the name. Who does the Fed report to? The banks. The biggest, wealthiest banks out there are the ones that are in charge of the Fed. So you and I are getting along to get along. That's all it is, comparative to what the Fed does. So that 41.81 level, guys, is critical. These last 3 days have been harsh, right? Look where we are right now, right? We're out. This is a delayed chart, even though I'm in real time. It's a delayed chart, but we're right about that fib line at this point, right? We're well below the 10% correction still. This was our all-time high. It was right up in here. We're well below the 10% correction at this point, okay? So we've hit it. We've hit it. I may actually go ahead and snap some lines on for 11, 12, 13. Just put the percentage in there so it's easy visibility and easy see, as it were. But are we going to get a bounce from here? Maybe. Are we going to drop from here? Maybe. I don't have a crystal ball. I never said I did. I never try to look at it that way. I try to go at this at the market every day that I trade. I try to go at it with a plan, right? What's the plan? Well, if you started out before the day opened up today, the plan was, are we going to get to support or resistance? Are we going to move up to the 100-point level, just above where it is now, yesterday from Friday's close, or are we going to drop and move down to the next fib level, right? And ironically, we open up and we just fail. Now we push through. Do. So I did that to stretch in on that 100-point level so you could see it. Our low for the day was 4,282 cents. So on a $4,200 index, we missed support by 82 cents. As far as I'm concerned, we crushed it with a sledgehammer, poured concrete on top of it, and just stomped on it, right? That's how close we got to that line, right? So when you look for today, we gapped down. We've climbed a little bit now since we started talking, right? But we were right near that 42.22 level. We got all the way down to the 4,200 and bounced off it. Those two lines, that blue zone has played a critical part so far today, right? That's the way I look at the markets. That's the way I look at an equity, right? You've got to be able to analyze what the heck is going on with your position, okay? You got to be able to look at it that way. Tripp said a group named the Federal Reserve that is not the Federal and has no reserve. Very interesting choice of words, Tripp. Interesting. It's a nice word to explain that. You're right. So Robert said, I'm hoping for a gap up tomorrow for the morning star with a long bottom wick. Would be nice. Time will tell, but no guarantees. There you go. Yeah, if it leaves it as a little bit of a reversal down there and so forth, right? Little bottoming pattern. And are we going to get the bounce? I don't know, guys. Are we due for it? Yeah, I'm okay with a couple of days of a move up. But am I taking bullish directional trades? Not at this point. I'm not. Not at this point, right? Day trade. Yeah, I'll take a bullish day trade if the market's bullish. Sure. I wouldn't take Twitter as a day trade today. I would as a spread, not as a directional trade. It was the news that's out. If the board comes out and rejects his offer, the stocks come crashing down. So as a spread, yeah, I've got limited risk in the trade. I'm okay with that, right? But only for the day. Yeah, Rick says powerful. Look left at the 4,200. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Well, actually 1, 2. That wick we'll call 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of 7 days played with that line. I was just right. The 42.22 and the 4,200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 days. Good catch, Rick. See why it's important that you're here, Rick? We need you to help us with that type of stuff. All right. What symbols do you guys want me to look at? Drop them in. What do you want me to take a look at? What do you want to check out? Guys, I hope that the trade in May and go away scenario helps for you to look at and get an understanding of what the market does. So Brenda's asking for QQQ. All right, so here's the Qs. So Brenda, we got a little bit of a bounce today. A bit of a bounce. Let me see something. In the middle of nowhere, 20 to 35, 34, 14. Oh, let me put the symbol grid back. So 20, 34, so 19. Yeah, so we don't need a fib in there. We're okay. No fib required at this point, right? So you got the 319 level, Brenda, and the 334 level. I like the confluence at the 334. You could use a midpoint in here as a catalyst if you do get the move to the upside, or the retest and the fail. You could use that midpoint as a level as well. But definitely we want to be checking pivot points on Qs and SPY. So did we have enough in there today? 322. 320. Yeah, $2.50. $2.50. So we had plenty in there, right? So you're looking at, what's the number? 222.07, 223.32. So $1.25 between the pivot and the midpoint. So great opportunity. Again, I like SPY a little bit better, but Q's work. Right, let's see, 417 3/4. We'll call it 418, 422. So you've got a little bit bigger range there on the SPY. We pushed down, we retested, we failed, take half the trade off, get stopped out of the second half. Broke down, could have been a retest. What time was that? 11:30, pushing it for a retest. We're in that lunchtime zone right in there. So, but you definitely had opportunities populate on SPY and on Qs. Okay. So Brenda, there's my numbers. 319 and 334 are support and resistance, right? And you can see how important they've been before. So respect is all I can say on that. Trader Will's asking for AMD. Drop a few more symbols in there, guys. There's not a lot in there today. Let's see. AMD is the very first one. You're welcome, Brenda. So we got earnings coming up on the 3rd. Make sure you confirm the earnings date. I like the retest, and it started to fail again today. Right? So we're looking at 83.74 will as the next target. 91.5 as resistance in there. And it's been there already today. Right? Micron. MU. Micron. All right. There we go. So we're down. Look at the H. Oh, is that just wonderful, gorgeous, beautiful picture? Just lovely. Here. That's an ugly H, Rob. No, that's the most prettiest letter in the alphabet. There's no ugly to that at all. Pushed up to that 618, and what a fail off of that. It's just been great. Great move. So thing is, we're right back at the 68.34. So let's see, 68 to 74 gives me 6. So I don't need a fib it there, but I probably will need one down below. 61 to 68 is $7. C, we need to add a negative 136. Okay, and we're right there now. Where we just took a bounce off that 68.34 level. We're actually $1 above it. Scrunch a little bit. Okay, so we can see the line. So if you can get the fail below and close below the 68.34, the retest and the drop tomorrow, 65 is the support level. So I like that one. All right, hope that helped on those two, Will. Rick's asking for MasterCard. Again, keep your eyes on earnings on MasterCard. 428 confirmed when I looked it up on Sunday. So just as an FYI. Bearish bias, they're up a little bit today. That 346 level, Rick, is support and 355 is resistance. So be careful with this one, right? All right, Tripp's got in the new Trip trio, right? IBM. Some scrunch. Okay, so IBM right now is down $1.60 on the day. So look at the setup, Trip, the break, the retest, and the fail up to 138. Just everything we're looking for right there. And it drove it down about 135. So wonderful. Wow. Really nice move for them. So you're looking at about 133 as support. So a little bit of caution. It's already moved a good amount. So a little bit of caution there for today. All right, that's IBM. We already did Micron. Let's go look at Nvidia. Is our next one. So just a few days ago, we bounced right off of that 200 level. Yesterday, we closed right at the 194.70. Today, we gapped down, and we've run up and down both, but we're sitting right now at that 194.70. So if we can get a fail, and let's say we close down a little bit today, tomorrow is the bearish entry with a target of 180.5 as support. So somewhere above there, 181, 182, somewhere in that area is we're going to look at an exit potential. But I like the setup on Nvidia a lot. Right? I heard Kramer talking about it before, not having nice things to say, didn't know when the bottom was going to come in, how far down they could go, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of activity. There's been a lot of movement from that 3.25, 350-ish that it was at its all-time high. There's been a lot of move down, but there's been nothing comparative to, some of the other guys out there, the Netflix, whoosh. All right. Is it Roku? Wow. 500 down to 100. Talk about a haircut. 80% gone. Right? That's where companies like GameStop are capitalizing, selling their own shares, where stocks went from $25 up to almost 500. Right? Okay, so let's see. I hope that helped, Trip. Kevin's asked, oh, you know what, Kevin, I didn't even see you had Netflix in there, and Eric, I didn't see you had Roku in there. But from a tradability standpoint, let's go look. All right, so here, guys, 216.88, right? Excuse me. $216.88. I believe. I'm going to go back and look again. 216.88. Okay, got it. So today we stretched all the way up. Where was our wick? Our wick came up to a high of 216.65, 20 cents away. 20 cents away from there. If you want to flip it to a 1-minute candle and go back and look at the open of the day, actually, that was on the second candle. So that's this ended at 9:35. This is 9:36 to 9:40. Okay. So we never really got a close near it. The highest close we got came up at about 215.5. So we're a little more than $1 away, a little bit of a push there. But I like this setup. I like the structure. I like the way this lays out. I think Netflix has an opportunity for a bit of a bounce off where it was. I think there's an overreaction. Now, if we get that continued push and we test that 217 level and fail, then no, we're not breaking at this point. Some point we got to close the window. Doesn't mean it's now. We still haven't closed the one from back here. Right? Still open. Yeah, Will said Trader Will said it seems like everyone is pulling out of streaming services. You mean like CNN? How happy was I to hear them get punished for something, right? I just wish it would have cost them a little bit more money. I'm not a fan. I think that well, we'll leave it at that. I'm not a fan. All right. I'm not a fan of the ex-governor's ex-brother that worked for them and such, right? Using his own power. So, yeah, PK said, good move then on Netflix today. Yeah, I like the push back up and the fail on Netflix. I mean, we went to 217, almost 216, and we're at 208 right now. So it's been a nice move, really nice move on Netflix. So Kevin, I hope that one helped. You want the retest? Give me back that 217 fail, and 200 is your support level. Eric is asking for Roku. All right, Roku. Earnings coming up shortly. 428 confirmed on Roku. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere. So what I'd love to see happen here, Erica, is I'd love to see a close just below that 100-point level right now. Just ideally get me down below 100 today. 99, 98, I don't care. Just get me down a little bit. Tomorrow, retest that 100 level and fail. And if so, you're looking at 88.5 as the downside target. Now, we move $9 a day. So 88 to 100, that's a 12, $11.5, whatever it is, about 12 bucks. So we're going to get it all? No, but how upset are you going to be if it only moves $9, $8, $7? Heck, $3 in your direction, right? I'll take it all day long, a whole day long. Trader Will, would you consider Roku in a downtrend? Yes, absolutely will. When you look at that bigger picture, sure does. Lower highs, lower lows. And right here, we don't have anything yet. So, but yep, sure would. Absolutely. There you go. Erica said, amazing. Thank you. I'll take it. You're welcome. Good. Rick said Apple. So he asked me to put the 233 on it. Got it. So I've got the 233, should be 233 saved here. Okay, I clicked it, but I probably didn't put a check mark next to it. I edited it, but I didn't put a check mark next to it. Yeah, okay. It would help if you put the dang check mark in there, Rob. So this is a 233 simple moving average. Okay, so what are we looking at? We came down and stretched down to that level back here. We're pushing back. If we continue that push down on Apple towards that 157, our 200-day or 233-day moving average is going to stretch up there, and we're going to get a confluence. Is that what you were looking at, Rick? Yep. Okay, good. So, I mean, very nice. If we can make it up down to that 157, the 233 keeps climbing, we'll be in good shape. All right, you're welcome, Will. Kevin, you're welcome. Not sure if Don Lemon or Lamone is on that channel or not. Not sure. But valid point before about the streaming services. You know, everybody just said stream. Netflix is the leader, the guru. They've been doing it forever, right? And now all these other companies are eating their lunch a little bit. And now we're talking ads being run on the services. I'm going to have a problem if my Netflix or my HBO starts with ads. They go instantly. I am not, I'll go watch YouTube and I'll kill the ad after 5 seconds and go walk away, right? I'm not watching ads. Not where I got to pay for it. I'm not. So I have Sprint, which is now T-Mobile, which Rick, I cannot believe what they did. They sent me a new chip that said, change it in a week or else your phone is going to stop working. And my phone hasn't worked right ever since. But the tech support guy did offer me a new phone. I said, oh, great, you're going to send me a new phone? He goes, no, you got to buy it. Why do I want to do that? You change the network, not me, right? But same scenario with them. When I was getting ads showing up on my voicemail, like, why do I have ads on my voicemail? Well, it's part of the service. No, it's not. I pay you $300 a month for a cell phone. You can get rid of the ads. You can keep your phone. And they got the ads off my phone, right? I'm not here as your advertising guy. Rick said Roku earnings alert. Earnings alert. Yes, Rick, absolutely. Earnings Roku are the 28th. Today is 25. So 8 is Thursday. I don't know if it's before or after. I think it's after though. Let's see if I missed anything. I don't think I did. So Rick's, yeah, earnings, got that. Answered that. Yeah, I agree. No ads. What is that, Rick? Really? Interesting. Okay. Never lets me take a snapshot of what's in the text chat. I actually have to go ahead and shoot a picture of it. All right, let's see if that worked. So Trip said, could I please show my fibs on the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the RUT? I don't know what I've even got drawn on them, Trip. It's $. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not any. What is the other symbol for NASDAQ? So yeah, it's COMP. Thank you. COMPQ. All right. So what in the world? Let's go to template number 2. All right. So this is the fib I've got drawn on here now, Trip. So here's all-time high. Here was 10 and correction, 10%. 20% is the bear market, right? So we hit it already. We're back, right? Again, and we're headed back into it again at this point. So that 12,969.79, 29s, 12,969.79 is the 20% correction or bear market. Correction is 10%. All right. And then the Dow, yeah, I don't really have anything drawn on it because I don't really focus on it at this point. So we hit the 10%. We're not back at 10% yet. But yeah, I don't have anything really drawn on it, Trip. And it's been such a chopped market. Great move in here. And then this year, you know, from October of last year, so give or take, is when we just got into this very slop and chop type move. More than likely, my biggest directional move is going to wind up being here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Diane. I appreciate that. You're right. I was trying to capture it where I had the data. Rick had sent me a website where I could actually get the link, but it doesn't let me copy and paste for whatever reason. You got it, Rick. Appreciate it. Yeah, Trader will say I made the car dealer remove their logo. I was billing them. Yeah, I've done silly stuff with things, right? Right. So let's see. So we got above on that 618 trip, but we never really got a good place to redraw. We've got short term in there off of here. That bigger picture fib is probably a better choice, right? Whatever reason, it doesn't want to get that pop bar out of there. But you know, you guys, if you notice what's happened with the rut, we've been very much in this sideways pattern, which is ideal for iron condors. Ideal, right? It's just wunderbar. Excellent, 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 excellent. Amy, can you drop the E-mini think tank, E-minis to the max link for me, please, in the chat box? Guys, make sure, listen, Brandon's got one more class left. Don't miss it. All right. He's an amazing coach. I was so blessed when the person that introduced the two of us together, and he came over and took over the E-mini think tank. He has brought such a deep level of education on futures, much deeper than I have. I love futures, but he is, as that CMT, he is much more knowledgeable when it comes to that stuff. So you guys definitely want to check out what he's doing in the E-minis to the max. He really is kicking tail with his numbers. I see him every month, and they're crushing it. So Amy just dropped that link in the chat box. So with that, make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. We're going to leave the room open for a few minutes. Grab that link or any of the others that Amy dropped in. And I will see all of you at our next update. Take care, folks. Hey, make that market morning show tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. All right, we'll talk soon. Take care.